all right.
Yo.
Coming to you live from Philly. It's the Paulie and Tony Fusco Show.
Yo.
As always, Paulie Fusco here with Tony Fusco and Tony.
Yo.
Huge show today. NFL Week 1. And 3 things have already happened that you could 100% bank on. The Eagles making another Super Bowl run.
Of course.
The Cowboys quarterback getting injured.
Of course.
And Skip Bayless, that unoriginal hack, stealing one of our takes.
Yeah. Instead of calling that show Undisputed, they should call it Uncredited.
Yeah, be original. Anyway, to discuss this breaking development, joining us from Dallas in a few minutes, Cowboys linebacker Micah Parsons.
I'm looking forward to discussing it with him.
But first, some quick business, a message from our friends at LinkedIn. Are you unemployed? Well, now you have no excuse, you lazy turd. Isn't that right, Tony?
Yeah. Go on LinkedIn. You'll get a job in like 2 seconds, you bum.
LinkedIn. Grow up and get a job already.
Yeah.
LinkedIn. Okay, well, that wraps up our business, so let's get right into our top story.
Top story.
All right, well, the NFL is all about tradition, and Dak Prescott is continuing the proud tradition started by Tony Romo of Cowboys quarterbacks having the bodies of a $2 piñata. Dak Prescott out for 7 games, and, we said it here first, that the Cowboys will be even better without Dak. But as usual, Skip Bayless over at Fox continues to copy our takes shamelessly. Listen to this plagiarist strike again.
Cooper Rush is almost as good as Dak, and sometimes I think he can be a little more consistent than Dak. When has Dak ever shown you any routine consistency?
You need to put that in a briefcase and walk up out of here.
Doesn't that sound a little familiar, Tony?
Yeah, I thought I was listening to myself. I said that like 2 weeks ago.
Yes, you did. And when it comes to evaluating quarterbacks, we all know there's only one stat that matters. And of course, I'm talking about career win percentage with no minimum on games played.
Yep.
All you have to do is look up the winning percentage for Cooper Rush, and you'll see that it is a perfect NFL record, 100%. And that's only half the story there, right, Tony?
Yeah. You also have to look at his preseason stats. Cooper Rush also went 2-1 in the preseason. The NFL keeps preseason stats on their website, which shows you just how important they are.
Yup.
Of course you want a QB who wins the game when it matters, but to me, it's more impressive for a QB to win the game when it doesn't matter.
Terrific point, Tony. And, to me, I've always wondered, it makes no sense why we don't count preseason wins when discussing quarterbacks.
Crazy.
I know this is totally obvious, but it must be said. The hardest games to win are not playoff games. They're preseason games. You're playing with a bunch of future grocery clerks and bank tellers. If you can win a game with those losers, that's better than winning a Super Bowl. Isn't that right, Tony?
Absolutely. This is why when I did my last all-time quarterback rankings, I had Joe Webb at number 42, Chase Daniel at number 37, Jake Rudock at number 32, and right behind Donovan McNabb, Nate Sudfeld at number 3.
Makes total sense all around. And you know what I also like about Cooper Rush, Tony?
What's
he
that?
has a great quarterback name. And that matters a lot, too, when evaluating a quarterback, doesn't it?
Totally. People always say Dak Prescott is a great rushing quarterback, but look at Cooper Rush. His name is Rush.
Yup.
Meanwhile, Dak rhymes with sack, and that's troubling.
Absolutely. And on the subject of troubling signs, this is what they call in the business a segue for all the kids out there listening. This is how it's done.
You'll learn something.
What an embarrassment for Sean McVay and the so-called Super Bowl champion Rams getting blown out by the Bills in Week 1. And, to me, Tony, this taints their entire Super Bowl. People
100%.
always act. They love to tell you the Super Bowl is the most important game of the season.
Yeah,
no,
right.
Of course not. Everyone's injured, tired, banged up. You're getting their worst. But in Week 1, you're getting their best. Everyone's fresh, ready to go. Isn't that right, Tony?
Absolutely. the way you start the season is more important than how you finish the season. We see this all the time in movies. People always say movies need a good ending. But what about the beginning?
Yep.
If a movie doesn't have a good beginning, I'm going to leave the theater and not even stick around for the ending. This is why that movie by M. Night Shyamalan, The Village, is one of my all-time favorites. Great beginning. What's up with this village? Why does it look like the 1700s? What's going on over there in the woods? I needed to know, so I stuck it out. And while the ending was okay, I never forgot about how good the beginning was.
Truer words have never been spoken. And you know, Tony, the Rams are not the only ones on the hook here. The Bills themselves are to be blamed for their embarrassing performance in week 1. You know, people say the big story here is that the Bills won the game. No. And you know, that's what we do on this show. We tell you what the real story is. That's what we do. For the third time in the last 4 games, the Bills did not punt the ball once. And Tony, this is just so disrespectful to all the proud punters throughout all of NFL history. Isn't that right?
Absolutely. The game is called football, and that tells you right there that punting is the most important part of the game. I mean, this is why I never liked ESPN's NFL primetime. You know, with Chris Berman and Jim, Bob, whatever that guy's name was. They never showed any punts. I was always confused watching highlights because they didn't show how the other team got the ball back. Was there a turnover? Loss of downs? I never knew.
Nobody did. And you know, Tony, you bring up a great point here because this is what I've never understood. You know, people love seeing highlights where, you know, the quarterback throws the ball's flying high through the air, right? Well, what flies higher and further than a pass? A punt.
Exactly.
It's so clear. And you know, this is why I think ESPN and now the Buffalo Bills, they owe an apology to all the proud punters throughout NFL history. You know, of course, you know, I'm talking about household names we all know, like Jeff Fiegels.
Yeah.
Tom Tupa.
Yeah.
Rick Tootin. The list just goes on and on, doesn't it?
Sure does. Hats off to all of you.
Yes, hats off to you. Anyway, it's now time on the show where we go to our guests. So let's get our guest on the Fusco Satellite Network.
Fusco Satellite Network.
All right, to discuss the injury to Dak Prescott, joining us on the line right now, live from Dallas, Cowboys Defensive Rookie of the Year. He's also a standout at Penn State, now entering his second season in the NFL. We welcome him to the show, Micah Parsons.
Welcome.
Where is he? Hello? Micah?
Where are you?
Where is he? Micah, can you hear us? This is Paulie Fusco.
Micah, you're on the air.
Hello? Is there something wrong with this signal? Jay!
Jay, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Jay, did you confirm?
Did you confirm?
But, you know, he did this the other day on Undisputed. He didn't show up there. Why would you book him on this show if you know that's going to happen?
Don't you know the first rule of broadcasting? Never question the host while on the air. Absolutely unprofessional by you. You know we're going to have to call to blame for this.
Yeah, we're going to have to call our friends at LinkedIn, Paulie.
Tell them we need a new producer.
Yup,
all right,
2 seconds.
Anyway, let's just move on and wrap the show here. All right. We're not going to thank Micah Parsons for not showing. Oh, no. What? More out of
We're
you?
done
What is
with
this?
you. What?
The Jay Show? What?
There's still corrections.
According to you. What?
Yeah.
Just get to
Hurry
it.
up. Just go.
Yeah.
What?
Look,
We need to fill the time anyway, I guess. So let's
hurry
just do
up.
it. Yeah. What?
you said Cooper Rush is a great rushing quarterback because he has Rush in his last name?
Yeah.
Nope.
What? Last year, in the one game Cooper Rush started, he ran for -8 yards. That's the opposite of a running quarterback.
Oh, yeah? Well, you're the opposite of a smart person.
Yeah. We're going to rush to replace you. Now,
Yeah, exactly.
that's
Now
it.
enough out of you.
No,
Enough.
second.
We're done.
Number
What?
two.
What? Go. Just go.
You mentioned NFL primetime hosts and failed to remember the name of the other host.
Yep.
His name's Tom Jackson.
Who cares?
He was a 3-time Pro Bowler.
Yeah.
You should probably know his name.
Oh, yeah? Well, you should probably know the number for the unemployment office.
Yeah. Here's a little help. It's 1-800-YOU-SUCK at your job.
Good
Now,
luck, Tony.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right,
That's
and
it.
now
We're
we're
done.
done.
Last correction.
All right,
One
what?
more.
hurry up.
What?
One more. You said the director of The Village was M. Night Shyamalan or whatever.
Yeah? Shamali.
Yeah.
What?
He's the best.
Not even close. It's M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, yeah? Well, after the show, I'm going to run you over with my Shyamalan mower.
Yeah. If this was the 1700s like it was in the Village, you'd be beheaded by now.
Yeah.
Look at him, Paulie, sulking
This
again.
show is like a Shamalian movie. At the end, we find out our producer has been dead all along.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
twist.
there you go. Anyway, enough
Yep.
out of you. And,
Yeah,
let's
enough.
just move on to the end of the show, Tony. Let's not spoil what was otherwise a great show.
Perfect.
And,
Yep.
by the way, great news, Tony. Next week, coming in to talk about his experience on the Colts and winning the Super Bowl, Nick Foles will be joining us. Can't wait for that. Make sure to follow us on our many social platforms, which are just blowing up
Yeah, we're all
every
over.
minute of the day. And Tony, great job as always.
Same to you, Paulie. Another flawless show.
There you go. We'll see you, people.
See ya.